One. So what's your name and where do you live?
My name's Theresa and I live in Bedfordshire in England.
And what step of your clutter clearing journey are you currently on?
I'm on step 4.
Fantastic. How do you think you've changed while you've been on your journey?
I've completely changed. I really feel as though I'm more in control of not only the clutter, but lots of things in my life. Before, I was known in the family as lacking concentration, lacking flitting from one thing to another, not doing, leaving things out, leaving lids off things, just untidy and messy. But since I've been on the journey, I find that I'm seeing things, I'm putting things away straight away. I've changed because I feel as though I'm doing things from start to finish because they're broken down into little pieces. I can now see how to finish a job, which is something that I've been doing. And my mum and my brothers noticed it, that I'm not getting in trouble with my brother when I go to my mum's anymore for leaving things out. So
it sounds like things are less overwhelming because you're breaking them down, which is helping with completing them as well.
Yeah.
So you touched on it there. Do you think those around you have noticed that change? And if so, how have they reacted to that change?
They've been very encouraging and very, my sister noticed it and said, "Oh, you're different." And yes, Michelle, I don't know if my brother noticed it, but my mum certainly noticed it. She was talking yesterday to my cousin. My cousin came over and saying how different she felt that I was, and was telling my cousin about the journey, and she was saying how, because she wanted, when she came over to see me last time, she noticed the mess and she said she wanted to just clear it all up. And then she realised it wasn't the best thing for me to do that. So I told her about the journey, and she's very pleased with me.
Fantastic. Now, over the years, you've had quite a few visits from your local fire service in relation to your clutter, just like many people who struggle with clutter. Would you like to tell us a little bit about that?
Well, it's not only the fire service. What happened was the fire service have been coming regularly, perhaps once a year, to service the equipment that we've got in the house. We've got some equipment for my husband who's deaf, and it's something that fits under the pillow. Well, sometimes that goes wrong, and sometimes it needs servicing. And also, because we've got health problems, they're doing a regular check each year to make sure that we're safe, if you like, a safety check. Well, of course, over the years, we've been doing this. They've been looking at the clutter and saying, "Oh, we must put a report in." And so they put a report down because I had somebody else, they had to get a supervisor to come as well. And they said that they were going to put a note on our property in the fact that if the fire brigade had to come, that it was in a dangerous situation and they had to deal with the fire perhaps in a different way or something, because of the amount of clutter there was in the house. They had to put this down. We've also had ambulances come that said, "We need to report you to social service, we need to do this." Well, I had a man come, the same man came this year as came before. And when he came, I said, "Oh," I said, "I remember you from before." And when we've done the checks and everything, I told him about the fact that he always said, I noticed things are different. He said, I noticed your hall's a lot clearer than what it was last time. And things are different in the house. So I said, well, I told him all about the journey. And he said, wow, he said, that's fantastic. He said, tell me more about it. So he had to come back another couple of times with more equipment. And so I gave him the details of the journey. And he talked to his supervisor, and they're going to recommend it to all the people that they visit. So it's a case of I've helped not only myself, other people, but he noticed the things were different. So that's good.
How did that make you feel when he actually noticed the improvement?
Wonderful, wonderful. Excuse me, I've got an itchy eye. That
must have been quite an improvement for him to actually notice as well. So yes. That was significant. Fantastic.
But obviously that's my next project on this journey. Yeah.
So on the journey, you do a little and often so that we can break habits and create habits that are going to enable us to stay clutter-free forever. What habits have you noticed that you've already got?
I'm loading the dishwasher every night. Before, I used to leave the plates all over the place and not wash up and not really. So every night I've collected up all the copper and all the dirty things, put them in the dishwasher, sometimes during the day as well. And I'm putting things away as I go along, so like I get out the margarine or the salad stuff or different foods, things like this tomato ketchup, these, I put them straight back. I found that I'm putting this on the toothpaste and different things like that, different habits that I wasn't doing before.
So what's the main reason that you would recommend the 7-step journey?
I think the main reason is that you will stop being overwhelmed by your clutter. You will realise that you are in control of your clutter and you can work out that it's a temporary thing because you learn all the skills and you learn all the details of why you've got the clutter and how it works and everything. You know that it's you can see the future. So that's why I think it's a good idea to do this journey, because it's a long journey, perhaps 2.5 years, maybe, but there is an end in sight with support. That's the most important thing.
Fantastic. Thank you for sharing that, Theresa.